Come back here. You want me to back up? There we go. Hey, I'm so proud of myself. Oh, man. Well, CTE education is where it's at, right? We are what makes the world go round, that's for sure. We keep the world operating. I was setting out the other day and I saw this flock of ducks, I guess, fly over. You know how the ducks fly in a V as they fly over? Have you ever noticed that? Have you ever noticed how one line is usually longer than the other line? You know why that is? Because there's more ducks in that line. Okay. So, hey, I'll be here all week by myself. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the speakers this morning, and the first speaker that we have coming basically just to welcome you. I don't know what he's going to say. You never know what this guy's going to say, but it is the absolute best president that South Campus has ever had, definitely the most tall president that South Campus has ever had. I introduce to you Dr. Dan Lefkin.
Thank you, Tony. I don't have any jokes, especially not as good as about more ducks in one row. But what I do see is rows of brilliant people sitting here in front of me. This is awesome. We've never had this many students here for signing day. So I think you really do need to give yourself a round of applause right now for the excellence that I see in this room. You know, as Mr. Edwards stated, you know, you really are signing on to something special today. It is about your future. It is about the future of our country. You know, when you look at, and as early as 2030, it's not far from here, more than 2/3 of the jobs in the United States will require some form of post-secondary education, a certification. And most of those jobs are within the trades, within career and technical education. You are preparing yourself today for a future that will have endless opportunities. And it's just so awesome to see this room completely full of individuals who want to be a part of that. It's great. It makes me happy. And when you look around this room, around the outer part of the room, sitting up front here, we're the individuals who are dedicated to helping you achieve that success. So when you have questions, ask. You need help, ask. You want a reference because you're doing great in your work here in the classroom and in the labs for a job, you ask. Because our professors, our professionals have connections within all of the industries that you'll be earning your degrees and certificates in. So I'm so happy to see you all here today. I look forward to the moment that your name is called and you get to sign, and we're all going to celebrate you today. We're celebrating you and your futures, and I'm so glad you're here with us at the South Campus. Thank you, and best wishes to you all.
Thank you, sir. Next, we have coming along today his first time. He's been here before, but he's never spoke here before at our event. So today we have Matt Ruiz. He is a consultant with Advanced Technology Consultants, specializing in designing and implementing hands-on technical training solutions aligned with industry needs. He partners with schools and colleges across Texas to support programs or program areas like automotive or automation, robotics, advanced manufacturing, skilled trades, and more. Matt is passionate about helping institutions build impactful, forward-looking training programs that bridge the gap between education and workforce readiness. Outside of work, he is a father of 2 awesome boys with a baby girl on the way. So congratulations on that. And he's lucky to have an amazing wife who puts up with him every day, and that's true. Before I ask Matt to come, I want to give a personal testimony to the fact that he is very dedicated to his family and to his work. And how I know that is his golf game stinks. So Matt, but we did beat Dr. Lefkin and one of his colleagues, so, you know, we're not that bad. All right.
Thank you. All right, I have my notes. Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you for letting me be up here this morning. It's great to be here at TCC for my third NC3 signing day to speak briefly about what you are all undertaking today. First, the team here at TCC, you guys are fantastic. You're passionate about what you do, and the students you work with support and push to succeed every day. You are some of the best people I've had the pleasure of meeting and working with my time here at ATC. Now, before I go any further, as Tony mentioned, this is my first time talking up here, and I must admit I'm not great at this public speaking thing. While recently talking about it at the dinner table, my 9-year-old son, with his years of public speaking experience, and much to my wife's embarrassment, gave me some much-needed advice about talking in public. He said, "Dad, no worries. It's just imagine everybody's holding in a fart, and that's why they look so serious." So if anyone sees me pause for a second, I'm just trying not to think about that too much. That's the point. But seriously, congratulations to all of you. Today is not just a ceremony, it's a commitment to your future, and that's something worth being proud of. What you're doing here matters because you're making an active decision that many people don't make until later on in life. You're choosing a direction. Whether that's a technical program or degree, you're stepping into something that connects you directly to real careers and real opportunities. One of the things I get to see in my work is how quickly the workforce is evolving. The skills in demand today, whether it's automation, advanced manufacturing, healthcare, or skilled trades, are hands-on and practical. They're being developed in environments just like the one you're in here and committing to, which means what you're starting is directly tied to what employers need right now. But here's the most important part. This only works if you work it. Showing up matters. Asking questions matters. Sticking with it when it's challenging or gets difficult matters. The people who succeed in these pathways aren't the ones who start out knowing everything. They're the ones who stay consistent and keep going, keep asking questions when it gets challenging. So today I encourage you to think about not this as a finish line, but as the starting line. You're not just signing your name, you're opening a door. And what's on the other side is something you get to build for yourself. So own it. So take pride in this step and commit it to memory so you can reflect back on it when you started and you can look back when you look back on it in the future. Congratulations again, and I'm excited to see what each of you accomplish from here on out. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Our next speaker comes from North Texas Automobile Dealers, Mr. Brent Franks. He is the president of North Texas Auto Dealers. Workforce development is at the forefront of activities for Mr. Franks, who retired from CBS television station group to work for whom many consider the best franchised new car and truck dealers in the country. Collectively, 234 North Texas auto dealers employ nearly 30,000 Texans. In 2019, the North Texas Automobile Dealers initiated the first of its education initiatives to provide a career pathway for Texans into the automotive industry with the launch of the North Texas Auto Dealers Auto Tech Competition. This event has grown to become the largest high school auto tech competition in Texas. Last year, over 1,300 students from North Texas descended upon Texas Motor Speedway for the annual competition and career day event to interact with dealers, certified technicians, manufacturers, and post-secondary educators. Mr. Franks is a member of the Automotive Service Excellence Board of Governors. ASC certification is the nationally recognized accrediting body for auto collision diesel training programs. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Brent Franks.
You know, I walked in here after driving about an hour this morning to get here, and I've been to this campus a lot, and I like coming to the campus because you're here, because you are our future. And I'm old. I'm 67 years old. It took me 60 years to find my passion. It took me 60 years to find the job that I want. How many of you have a brother, sister, aunt, uncle, friend who went to a 4-year degree college and didn't know what they wanted to do when they got out? Raise your hands. It's not uncommon. It took me 60 years to get here. I had to retire from a job I was at for 30 years with CBS Television to get here. The only reason I did that was because of people like you. Because you are the hope of this country. You are the hope of self-reliance. Because you are essential. In 2019, we all learned something called COVID. Everything was shut down, wasn't it? Okay? Everything was shut down. The one thing that wasn't shut down was people who do what you want to do. Who wants to be in welding? Anybody in welding in here? Any welders? Okay, any construction, any automotive, any collision? A lot of automotive, you know what? If you were working in the workforce in 2019, 2020, you'd been able to go to work. When everybody else was told to stay home, you could go to work. Why? Somebody tell me why. You need cars running. Why do you need cars running? Okay, who needs to do that? Police, fire, emergency, energy, producers, anybody who makes a difference in how somebody gets from point A to point B is essential. How many people want a job that's essential? Me. It took me 60 years to get here, but I'm here. And you know, when you back into something, you look at a big number, and you back into it, is this a good career path for me? How many vehicles are registered to operate on the roads in the state of Texas? I'm talking cars, trucks, SUVs, big, little, small, gas, electric, hybrid. That's a lot of people, right? A lot of how many? Somebody guess. 35 million? We'll get there in about 5 years. Right now, as of 2024, it's 26 million vehicles. How many people in the state of Texas are employed as auto technicians, whether it's at a franchise dealership, is who I work for, an independent shop, Brent's independent shop, okay, Firestone, fleet service, county government, fixing cars, trucks, SUVs. How many people do, for 26 million vehicles, how many people do you think are employed? I wish there was 100,000. Somebody else go lower. 80,000 is getting close. 67,680 people in the state of Texas are entrusted with fixing vehicles, maintaining them, and keeping them on the road. Because what happens if things stop? Yeah, store shelves are empty. Okay, we've all seen that. And that is why if you're backing into a profession, what's my opportunity? Of those 67,680 people, how many of them retire every year? 14%. Okay, 14%. Now, when you add in people who move to other fields, okay, then you start getting up in the 20-something% range. Basically, about 17,000 people a year retire. So what's that mean for you? You got a job opportunity. You got a job opportunity. It's what's going to help you get those jobs. Certifications. Why certifications? Because you've proved something. Not just to yourself, not just to your family, not just to your friends, but to somebody who is an employer who's going to pay you money. Who needs to make money? Oh, come on, everybody raise your hand. Everybody needs to make money. How you're going to do it depends on what time you spent here at Tarrant County South Campus, learning the trade, and it's not just on the road, but the trade that you want to do, that you have an interest for, and that you have a passion for. You want to help people, you want to keep people on the road, but you also have to take care of yourself and your family. And the best way to do it is with certifications. Okay, I want you to say certification. Say it again, certification. What are you going to get if you have a certification? You're going to get a job, right? And if you get a job, what can you do? You can make money. And if you make money, what does that mean to you? You get to feed your family. You get to take care of yourself. You don't have to worry about what is in your refrigerator, what is on your shelf. And it depends on how much you make, right? So if you have more certifications, do you think you make more or you make less? You make more money, okay? Somebody on this side of the room talk. You make more money. It's not a bad thing to make more money, particularly when you're helping people get from point A to point B, get their children to school, get their children to the hospital, get them to the doctor, get them to work, get them to their jobs, get them to what their passion is, because everybody in, what was the year? 2030? 2030 is, the majority of people need to have a skill. Because if you have a skill, you own that skill. Can anybody take that knowledge away from you? Does people try to take that knowledge away from you? You ever had somebody make you feel bad and less than you are because they were trying to build themselves up? You know, if you have skills, do you think you're going to have people do that to you? If you have skills, you are proving something to yourself that one of the first things I started with, you are essential. You are essential to this community that you live in. And if somebody is not nice to you or does not provide a good working environment for you wherever you work, do you have to stay there? Why? And you got skills to back it up. And if you have certifications, and you become a master certified tech in automotive, if you're a master welder, plumber, electrician, robotics person, whatever you are, whatever skill set melts your butter, you can pick up your tools and you can call me and you say, Brent, not Mr. Franks, say, Brent, where can I go? What can I do? Help me find my next pathway. Because Dr. Lufkin was talking about asking questions. Questions are important. Why are questions important? Why are questions important to you? Right, okay, because you have a brain, right? Okay, if you ask questions, you feed that computer, right? Okay, so please ask questions. Please ask questions if you're unsure on how to get a job. Please ask questions if you're unsure how to solve a problem that you have in class. And I want to encourage you, how many people are working right now? How many people are working right now? How many people want to find a job by fall semester? Everybody should raise their hand. Because whatever it is you're doing, even if you're a med tech, you need to work in the industry. Because if you work in the industry, you're proving that the skills you have learned are transferable to an employer. And you will always be able to take care of yourself. And at some time in your life, you will have a family. You may have a family, may opt to do that. At some time, you may have to help somebody in your family. And you'll have the skill sets to be able to do that because you are able to do what? Work. And at work, you're making money, right? What's more important to you, money or time? Both. It is a trick question. Both. Ask Deion Sanders. When he was asked, football, baseball, what's more important to you? He said both. If anybody remembers who Deion Sanders was when he played football, played baseball, he did both. What I want to ask you to do, when you come up here and you sign the paper, sign it for yourself. Because when you're signing that paper, you're making a commitment to yourself to get the skills you need to set you up to be successful throughout life. Because you will have the confidence that you need to be able to walk up to somebody, maybe me, and say, I got skills, man. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to do something with my life. And I know what I want to do. And I know it can change because it's not a career ladder, it's a career lattice. I know, and I work for 234 dealers, okay? They employ 30,000 people. Several of them 30 years ago were in your place that you are today. They were starting out, they were washing cars, they're running parts in a dealership or an AutoZone or O'Reilly or whatever. And they got their start in the industry. And they learned along the way that we don't stop education once we walk out of this college. We continue on. This is where your education starts. When you walk out of here, that's the beginning of your education. And that's the beginning of proving your marketable skills. And that you will always keep doing that. If you want to keep doing that and moving up that lattice, you can do that. You don't always have to turn wrenches. You don't always have to weld. You don't have to do what you want to do. But it may get you to where you're going in that pathway that took me until I was 60 years old to find. You don't want to do that. But what you want to do is when you come up here and sign your name and you get the hat, is say thank you to yourself, because you are the one person that you will ever be able to rely on for everything that you do. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, Brent. I want to take a moment to recognize, well, before I do that, I just want to give you a personal experience that I had just last Saturday. I went to a car show over in Richland Hills. There was maybe 50 cars entered in the car show. I went there with my TCC shirt on and was representing the college and trying to see if I could find any kids to recruit into our program and things like that. But as I walked around and looked at the cars and talked to people, I had two men, older than me, yeah, that's old, tell me right up front, I graduated from Tarrant County Junior College back before it was TCC. One of them was in architectural type stuff, and one of them was industrial technology or something. I can't remember exactly. But they were both retired men who had they were very open to tell me they had made very good livings, and they attributed it to their foundation that they got at Tarrant County Junior College. One of them graduated in 1974. And one of them graduated in 85. And I was very happy to have those conversations and be able to relate to them, because I myself am a graduate of TCC, class of 1995. It only took me 10 years to get my 2-year degree, but hey, I did it, right? I finished. And if it hadn't been for me sticking it out and finishing, I wouldn't be here teaching right now, okay? I had to have an associate's degree to qualify to even think about teaching here at TCC. Well, I had that, and it allows me now this very good blessing to be able to be a part of your lives in getting you to the career you want to be in. So that's my little short story. TCC does work. Associate's degrees are very valuable. Even certificates are valuable, but those associate's degrees can open up so many more doors down the road for you. So I encourage you to keep at it. And again, you're not going to give this letter to us. You're signing this letter for you, like Brent said. We're not going to take that letter from you and then hold it over your face and put you in a headlock and say, you're going to complete this, you're going to complete this. No, we're just going to continue to encourage you. We're going to ask you to take that letter home and hang it on your refrigerator or your bathroom mirror or somewhere where you are always constantly reminded that, yes, I am committed to this. I'm going to get through this, okay? No matter what happens in life, stick to it. Get there and finish, okay? All right, that's all I'm going to say. Now we are very privilege to allow you, I'm allowed to introduce to you some significant people here today. We have the Department Chair over Mechanical and Industrial Technology, Mr. John Rogers. I don't know if he's actually made it to the room yet. Okay, but give John Rogers a hand. Wow. See what he missed? Huh. We have James Howard, who is the Department Chair over Building Technologies and Business. Are you here? Yeah, there's James. Yeah, he's here for his accolades. And one I'm very excited about, we have a new interim department chair over the Automotive Service and Collision Department, Mr. Mark Lennon, right back there. And lastly, I want to recognize the Dean of Business and Industry, Dr. Regina Cannon. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm sure most of you are saying, okay, well, let's get to this deal. If we're here, let's do this, all right? Well, this is the time we're going to do this. We have a special man here today to announce your names, because if I tried it, I would butcher every single one of them. I usually even butcher his name when I introduce him, but it's taken me about 5 or 6 years, but I think I finally have it correct. He is a professor of speech. Mr. Tim Matovich is here. He's going to be announcing your names. And Miss Kate Smith is going to be directing traffic, right? All right. Okay. So we are down to it here. We are ready to get started. Make sure when you come to the front that you have your letter and your little name tag that she gave you, all right, with your name and your program on there. You're going to hand that to Tim, and then you're going to come by, find a seat, and then he's going to call out your names, okay?
DeAndre Jones, Automotive. Angel Dominguez, Automotive. Ethan Mack, Automotive. Wyatt Bicker, Automotive. Heidi Casada, Automotive. Tobias Miller, Automotive. Tyler Flores, Automotive. Kevin Olmos, Automotive. Congratulations. Jose, what's the last name? M-A-T-A? Gotcha. Okay. Jordan Wilson. Nathan Zuniga. Alan Foe. Will do. Rick Howard. All right. Awesome. Anthony Hernandez. Sorry? Yeah. Next one. Next chair down. Jonathan Rangel. Rangel? Yeah.
Standing in line.
All right. Miguel. Sanchez.
Yeah, right here.
Right. Jose Mata, Automotive. Jordan Wilson, Automotive. Nathan Zuniga, Automotive. Alan Foe, Automotive. Brick Howard, Automotive. Anthony Hernandez, Automotive. Jonathan Rangel, Automotive. Miguel Sanchez, Automotive. Congratulations.
I was gonna say not this way. We go around that way. Cross around. Perfect. Good job, guys.
Kevin Martinez Guzman, Automotive. Bashir Busena, Automotive. Mustafa Sadiri, Automotive. Alfrederick Crossley, Automotive. Avery Harris, Automotive. Jairo Camacho, Automotive. Angel Mendoza, Automotive. Aron Barron, Automotive. Congratulations. Angel Rivera. Gotcha. Joshua will leave us. Okay. Chris? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, there were a couple of you. Awesome. I remember. Yeah. Angel Rivera, T10 Automotive. Joshua Olivas, T10 Automotive. Chris Orosio, T10 Automotive. Chandler Griffin, T10 Automotive. Luke Kibbe, T10 Automotive. Leighton Huff, T10 Automotive. Andres Ramirez, Commercial HVAC. Raul Perez, HVAC. Congratulations. Alexander Dominguez. Brad? Oh, Israel. Should probably have glasses on. Thank you. Israel Reyes. Okay. All right. Jamil Qatar. All right. Gotcha. Layla Finch, business. Brisa Oreste, business. Creed Hutchins, automotive refinishing. Alexander Dominguez, collision repair. Israel Reyes, collision repair. Jamil Kataro, collision repair. Andres Retana, automotive collision repair. Jonathan Almodovar, automotive collision repair. Congratulations. Gotcha. Can you do that? And Wally? Okay. Hafizidi. Got it. How you say it? Gaurav. G-A-U-R-A-B. Gaurav. Yeah. You spell it so it's easy for me to say it. Last name? Gotu. Like Gotun?
Yeah, Goto, like Goto, T-H-U-N-D.
Gotham.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Tough ones right off the bat. What do you got here? Raul Salinas. Okay, that's easy. I got that one. Thank you. Julie Masquara. Okay, gotcha. Marco Orlando. Okay. First name? Oh, just Joe. Okay. Lopez. All right. Gotcha. Hafizuddin Wali, collision repair. Gaurav Gotum, collision. Raul Salinas, collision. Julie Mascaro, automotive, collision. Marco Orlando, collision repair. Joe Lopez, collision repair. Tamia Walker, business. Adredos Rubio, automotive collision repair, congratulations. Natalia Garcia, I got that one, okay, good. Rehane Brown. Tatiana, how you say it? Tatiana. Mia Durant. Celeste Chavez. Marco McKnight. Right. Christian Jones. Argumedo. Natalia Garcia, business. Rehane Brown, business. Tatiana Perdison, business. Mia Duran, business. Celeste Chavez, business. DeMarco McKnight, HVAC. Christian Jones, HVAC. Juan Argumedo, HVAC, congratulations. Aiden Roquez, HVAC. Serhat Sezgin, HVAC. Edwin Guerrero, HVAC. Dakota Vega, business. Huey Ramsey Graham, HVAC. Michael JJ, healthcare. Jesse Gonzalez, business. Daniel Salinas, business. Congratulations. Jasmine Villagomez, business. Juliana Moncada, business. Noreen Hefnawi, business. Kiara Valdez, business. Jimena Marquez, business. Linda Cruz, business. Jacqueline Gonzalez, business. Horita Nahera, business. Congratulations. Christina Floran, business. Alicia Cortez, business. Sammy Ramirez, business. Maritza Garcia Torres, business. Mariela Hernandez, business. Fatima Diaz, business. Valeria Salis, business. Aaron Zuniga, business. Congratulations. Emmanuel Yanez, business. Brandon Sotelo, business. Alfonso Lopez, business. Carmen Burchett, business. Heriberto Marin, business. Tristan Shakur, business. Stephen Torres, business. Alan Gonzalez, business. Congratulations. Asbayi, Rivas Robertson. Okay, thank you.
No. We're just seeing, is that your last name? Yeah, what I have on the
It's a tough one. That is a difficult one today.
No.
Emmanuel Vargas. Okay, gotcha. Max Hinojosa. Gotcha. Fernando Lopez. Awesome. Benjamin Mireles. Mireles. Benjamin, gotcha. Izaguirre. Okay. Jocelyn Perez, business. Asbayi Rivas Robertson, business. Emmanuel Vargas, business. Max Hinojosa, business. Fernando Lopez, business. Benjamin Mireles, HVAC. Joe Izagari, HVAC. Aaron Mendoza, HVAC. Congratulations. Okay. We got here, Abram Cantu. Okay. Irandi Garcia. Okay. Samuel Garner. Gotcha. Jonathan Anaya. Miles Hubble. Awesome. You get our table. Lawrence Trailer. Yes, sir. Awesome. Congratulations. This is fair. Diego Sigala? Sigala, okay. Abram Cantu, HVAC. Irandi Garcia, HVAC. Samuel Garner, Automotive. Jonathan Anaya, Automotive. Miles Hubble, Automotive. Lawrence Trailer, Automotive. Jesus Rea, HVAC. Diego Sigala, HVAC. Congratulations. Cavillo Ochoa? Just Cavillo. Okay. All the way down, yeah. You're welcome. David Salazar. Awesome. Martin or Martin? Which you prefer? Martin Reyes. Awesome. Aaron Nava. Awesome. Eric. Arigin. Okay. Marco Torres. Jarrett? Oh, Jarrett. Jarrett Mejia. Okay. Joshua Ramirez. All right. Appreciate that. Julian Calvillo, HVAC. David Salazar, HVAC. Martin Reyes, HVAC. Aaron Nava, HVAC. Eric Arriguen, HVAC. Marco Torres, HVAC. Jared Mejia, HVAC. And Joshua Ramirez, HVAC. Congratulations. Cruz Ayala. Awesome. Edward Garcia. Making it easy over here. Elijah Williams. Awesome. Miguel Dominguez. Yeah. Samuel Thompson. Awesome. Gabriel Serrano. Armando Elizondo.
Yes, but you can only use 3 automobiles.
Gotcha. Okay, will do. Congratulations. Khalid Mohammed. Automotive. Oh, gotcha. Congratulations. Cruz Ayala, HVAC. Edward Garcia, Business. Elijah Weems, Automotive. Miguel Dominguez, Automotive. Samuel Thompson, Automotive. Gabriel Serrano, Automotive. Armando Elizondo, Automotive. Khalid Mohammed, Automotive. Congratulations. Hey, how's it going? Luis Fuentes. Gotcha. Chance Washington. Awesome. How you say? Jawad? Hajir, okay. Congratulations. Gabriel Manzano. Gotcha, Manzano. Eric Muguerza. Awesome. Muguerza. Good to see you. Good to see you. Congratulations. Brian Wynn. Congratulations. How you say your first name? Yahya Al Nasr. Okay. Congratulations. And Alex. How you say it? Oh, Axel. Like, point that out. Axel Dorado? Axel Dorado. Gotcha. Congratulations. Luis Fuentes, Automotive. Chance Washington, Automotive. Jawad Hajir, Automotive. Gabriel Montano, Heavy Line Technician. Eric Mugerzo, Automotive. Brian Nguyen, Automotive. Yahya Al Nasra, Automotive. Axel Girado, Automotive. Congratulations. Yeah, all the way down, I think. Levi, awesome. Edward Sequeira? Ivan Rodriguez. Thanks for making it easy on me this time. Oh, I spoke too soon. How do you say this? Bhupinder Sinjapati. Bhupinder? Bhupinder Sinjapati. 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 Okay.
Go ahead.
You're stuck with us. Congratulations.
Yes, you need the name card. Yes, you have to find, go get a folder with the name cards. You need your name card. You have a name card? Okay, go ahead. Yes, give it to him, sir.
You can call me Greg. Then I'm in automotive. You call me Greg.
Just Greg?
Yeah.
Greg Lott.
Yes.
Awesome. Will do. You're here. Any more, or just go? Go ahead. Okay. Johnny Lightfoot, Automotive. Levi Isaac, Automotive. Edward Sequeira, HVAC. Ivan Rodriguez, Automotive. Bhupendes Sinjapati, Automotive. Greg Lott, Automotive. Congratulations. Anaya Cross. Okay. Yeah, I think they'll have you go all the way. Yeah. Yep. Hello. How are you doing? Naomi Allen? Okay. I thought I'd probably get that one right. Janie Eloisa. Janie Eloisa.
Right here, because I don't want her to be there. Yeah, right there, with Mr. Booth.
Oh, can I have your, I want to make sure I have this correct. Just get a pronunciation.
Anaya.
So that's your letter in there. Anaya, okay. And Jacqueline Gonzalez. Okay. Anaya Cross, Business. Naomi Allen, Business. Janie Eloisa, Business. Anaya Lusk, Business. Jacqueline Gonzalez, Business. Congratulations. They're even. Thank you. My pleasure.
again, congratulations, everybody. That's a fantastic record we have, I think, for the most ever to sign today. A couple more things. Just a couple more things. The company 3M, some of you may have heard of that company before. They sell tape, they sell PPE, they sell all kinds of stuff. They give away 50 $1,000 scholarships each year to students here at the National Signing Day. And they're nominated, students are nominated by their professors, their instructors, and we're talking 50 nationwide, okay? So to get one of these is pretty substantial. And this year we have 2 here at South Campus that have received these $1,000 scholarships. So we want to recognize them at this time. So one of them is Angel Mendoza. Come on up, Angel. Here's your scholarship. Congratulations. Spend it well. All right, finish up your program with it. Okay. All right. And then a student that I've had the pleasure of having in a couple of my classes, DeAndre Jones. Come on up, Trey. Thank you, DeAndre. So I haven't got a major sponsor for this thing yet, but I'm working on it, okay? Now, I've been snacking on these things here recently. Grass-fed beef sticks from Chomp. They're supposed to be pretty good for you, but here's the reason I bring this up. When you open it up, right here under the stick, there's a saying, there's a motivational phrase or whatever. And I opened one up yesterday, and it said very clearly there, you haven't come this far just to come this far. Okay, and I thought that was very appropriate. You haven't come this far to just come this far. Your futures are great ahead of you. And we wish you the best as you continue your education, as you start your careers. And so I want to congratulate each one of you and thank you for coming. I know some snuck out early. That's a shame on them. You're still here to the end. Those who persevere to the end will be saved, okay? So you're good, all right? So congratulations. Y'all have a great rest of your day. 1407 class, we're done for the day. You can go home early today, all right? Okay, all right.
we are wanting to honor and recognize you for the commitment you've made to a career path, okay? That career path may or may not end up being your full life. I know automotive was my full life, basically. There's a few little glitches in there along the way, but I was in the automotive world for the last almost 50 years. Wow. This made myself feel old. But anyway, whatever your career path is, we want you to stay committed to that, be the best you can be at that, and keep our world rolling, right? Career and technical education programs like automotive, like HVAC, criminal justice, this is what keeps our country rolling, right? We are what keeps our cars moving. We are what keeps our air conditioners working in our house. We are what keeps business rolling in America. So we want you to be successful in your career path. Is that good? Sound good to you? Whether it makes you a lot of money or not, that's not the most important thing, right? I like money, but it's not the most important thing. Having a good life, a career, a family, something that you can be proud of, that's the most important thing, right? So you may have heard this term, NC3. What in the world is NC3? National Coalition of Certification Centers. It is an organization that has created curriculum and created programs for you to take some college courses that you have certain exams and certain tests that you take that give you actual certifications in different areas. I'm in the automotive world, so we have a bunch of them in automotive. We can get certified on a TPMS-4, that's the tire pressure monitoring system test equipment that can be used to test your tire pressure sensors and stuff in your car. You can get certified on that piece of equipment. So that proves to the potential employer you have that you can use that piece of equipment and you know how TPMS systems work. That's just one example of many that we have. There's many corporate sponsors throughout NC3, and this event originated from a man who is involved with NC3. He saw a national signing day of guys putting on the hat and signing to commit to play football at whatever university, and he said, why can't we do that for CTE students and make it a big deal for them? So that's how that got started about 7 or 8 years ago, and so now here we are celebrating again. We've kind of changed the name of it from NC3 certification or NC3 signing ceremony to CTE ceremony because it covers all CTE programs, okay? So you're here today to celebrate your commitment, and we're here to celebrate with you. All right? Sound good? Okay. Well, my privilege is, number one, to introduce to you the Bean. Wow, here we go. I get my tongue tied around my eye teeth, and I can't see what I'm saying. Our Dean of Business and Industry at South Campus of Tarrant County College, Dr. Regina Cannon. She's going to come and give you a pep talk, a speech, whatever you want to call it. She's going to come and share with us now, okay?
All right. Good morning. Oh, come on. You can do better than that. Good morning. Okay. So my name is Dr. Regina Cannon. I'm the Dean of Business and Industry at Tarrant County College South Campus. So yesterday, I was telling myself, what am I going to talk about? So I was going to cheat. I went on AI, made me a speech. But I told myself, no, I'm not going to do that, okay? So last year was my first opportunity to come and speak to the students, and I really enjoyed it. So today, I'm going to try to enhance that, okay? So one thing that I think about when I take a look at career and technical programs is that we are the starting point, okay? Because we are the ones that will change the environment, meaning the industry. And with business and industry, you take a look at, you have all types of fields. You have business, you have accounting, you have economics, but you also have trade programs. You have welding, okay, automotive, engineering, STEM. So there are so many programs that everybody can taste it, right? So it's all about you. It's all about what you want to do. Tarrant County College, we offer over 70 different programs or more. You can get a certificate. You can walk out of high school with a 2-year degree, a certificate, whatever you want to do. So I'm going to switch and step back into my faculty role. I used to be a faculty for about 19 years, and then just in the last 2 years, I transitioned to be a dean. So I was very interactive. So that means you can't just sit here and look at me because I'm going to pick you to talk to me, okay? Everybody looking down like, let me turn around because I don't want her to pick me. When we think about industry and we talk with our partners tell us we want those innovative students to come out and be ready for the workforce. What are some things you think that the workforce is looking for you to have? Anybody? What's your name? He was like, not me, please. What's your name? Okay, Josiah. What is one thing you think the workforce is looking for you to be able to do? Communicate. That's it. You have to have soft skills. So that means, yeah, we do a lot of texting and we do our telephones, but guess what? When you walk into the industry and you walk into a corporation, they want you to be able to have the soft skills, to be able to speak, write, to engage with other people. So these are some of the foundation piece. So I want to find out who is in the room. How many freshmen I have in here? All right, freshman class, okay. How many sophomores? Okay. Juniors? Okay. What about seniors? Who's walking out in 2026? Any seniors? None? Okay, but that's okay. Because you're now establishing yourself. You're telling yourself you are developing a pathway for you. Just because you start off saying, I may want to major in business, but by the time that you get through your path, you may say, I think I want to switch and go do something else. That's okay. You could be a lifelong learner, meaning that you can identify this may not be the path for me today, but it is a starting point. You may go to a 4-year institution. You may start your journey with Tarrant County College and move on to your 4-year institution. So, how many of you are planning on going to a 4-year? Show me hands, okay. How many of you are planning on coming directly from here to TCC? Okay, no one? Well, you know, we always get that. It's always, I'm not coming, but 1 month before school starts, we have everybody, which is okay because we want you there. We have state-of-the-art equipment, classrooms, faculty are subject matter experts. We are your foundation. So wherever you are planning on going, we want you to go and thrive. So that means you got to get engaged. You got to get involved. You can't just say, I want to be a doctor and don't do the work to be a doctor, okay? How many of you already know what you want to do? Okay. What's your name? Yeah, she said, me. What's your name? Okay, tell us what you want to do. Stand up, stand up. I'm a business teacher, okay? So it's always about, you got to stand and talk to me, okay? And with that, to do what? Attorney or what? Okay, so that means you got to come with it. You got to be standing strong and confident. But all of that is your social skills. What about over here? Anybody know what they want to do? No? What about you? What's your name? Okay, O'Shea, tell us what you want to do. He got to fix his clothes and everything. Okay. A corporate lawyer? Okay, all right. What about over here? Anybody else? Anyone? What's your name in the back? Stand up. Yeah, he's looking right at me. You want to do what? NFL? Okay, but what are you going to do after the NFL? Okay, so that means you have to, when that you go to college, you got to have a major. You got to have a pathway. You can't just go to the NFL. You got to go into college. So that means you have to start your foundation. So that's either being a teacher, that's majoring in business, that's majoring in the health field, or either STEM. But you could be whatever you want to be. What do you think college is really like? Anybody? What do you think college is? Stand up, tell us.
I think college is like work. Not like work, but like you got to put in the work to be what you want to be.
That's it. College is an environment that will be open for you to explore and learn and gain anything you want from it. Now, it's not going to be easy, but if everything was easy, everybody will have everything, right? So that means you have to put the work in, you have to do what you need to do. Think about high school. Is high school easy? She said, mm-mm. I can go back, and I'm going to tell you my age, but I'm not going to tell you my age. I can go back 20, 30 years. Let me go and say 40. 40 years. And I sat in the room just like you all. And I knew what I wanted, but my first 2 years in high school, my freshman and sophomore year, I didn't do good. You know, I did just what I needed to do. But then someone saw something in me that made me say, I can be anything I want to be, okay? So that's why I recommend you get a mentor. You connect with people that want the same things that you want, but you have to want it more than anybody. So in high school or college, coming to TCC or going to a 4-year, you need to use the resources that will be provided. We have all types of resources to help you from a personal point of view, from your education, but it's all about a growing process. And don't say, I only want to be a nurse. Maybe think about, I may want to start at a nurse, but then I want to move on, okay? So I always ask myself this, can I give a 30-second pitch of who I am? Think about this for college. When you apply for college, there may be an application. You may have to write 2 lines about yourself, about your future. Tell us what you want to do. Can anybody give me their 30-second elevator pitch? Let me see my superstars. Anybody? No one? Okay, I'm going to turn and I'm going to pick somebody. Anybody? Come on, Jeremiah. Everybody's calling your name. Who is Jeremiah? Come on up. All right. When you walked in earlier, I was like, he got on the fly jacket, you know, so I was just like, give us your 30-second pitch of who you are.
My name is Jeremiah Boyd, and I'm taking criminal justice here at TCC. My goal for after high school experience is get into Stanford University, take a 4-year course, then eventually move on to the Stanford Law program, and after that to become a criminal defense lawyer. And that's pretty much all about me.
Okay, thank you, Jeremiah. That is great. Thank you so much. So you have to start with a starting point. And I'll tell you, when I was in high school, at that time, there was maybe 3 or 4 major areas: education, healthcare, going to the military, okay? So at that time, and being an accountant, business, right? So my first choice was to go to the military. I wanted to be a drill sergeant. I'm going to be honest, okay? I really did. But I didn't go that route. So I focused on something else that I was passionate about, and that was business. So I became an accountant, auditing. But I found that I was so much more to understanding people, talking to people, so I started shifting to other areas. But it's okay to start one thing and to move to something else. But it's just always having a path, understanding where you need to start. That's where your mentors come involved. That's where your family members come involved. That's where your teachers come involved. That's where you have to step out and say, I want to do this. And today, you all are setting the tone because you are committing to the pathway you are selecting today, okay? So we're going to let you come and sign your forms, and we are excited. When you come to Tarrant County College South Campus, my team is always available. I'm available, and I'll be here to support you all the way. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Cannon. I just noticed something, and I'm going to give all of you a challenge. She said, I want to see my superstars. Did you notice how many people said Jeremiah's name? His peers have already recognized him as a superstar because he's the one they thought of when she said that. What can you do to make people think of your name first when they hear the name superstar or hear that word superstar? What can you do? You can be a superstar as well. You just got to work at it, right? I thought that was really incredible how that happened over there, so I had to say something. All right, now this is time. This is the exciting time where you get to come and actually sign your commitment to make that pledge to finish your pathway. Take it all the way to the end. Okay? No matter what life hands to you, fight through and make it to the end. I never dreamed I would be an automotive instructor, ever. I never dreamed about that being a path for me. I didn't even know what an associate's degree was when I started taking classes. Honestly, I didn't. But I was sitting in class one night, and somebody said something about they were fixing to graduate. And I said, what do you got to have to graduate? I mean, that's how dumb I was. But I was taking classes. I was working at it. And they started naming the classes you had to have to graduate. And I said, well, I've had that. I've had that. I've had that. I've had that. And there was only like 2 classes that they named that I hadn't had yet. And I thought, you mean I'm that close to graduating? And they said, well, yeah. I said, well, cool. Because nobody in my family had ever been to college at all. And here I was fixing to graduate with an associate's degree from Tarrant County College. And that really pumped me up, okay? Little did I know that associate's degree would qualify me almost 30 years later to be an instructor at Tarrant County College. And that opportunity came forward, and I said, yeah, I want to try that. And I became an instructor. Now I get to share my years of experience in the field and a little bit of my knowledge. I don't have a lot to spare, so I have to kind of hold on to that. But I get to share that with others and show them the tricks of the trade and show them how cars work and how to fix them. So it's been an incredible journey for me, and I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of a journey you're going to be on and what's going to happen with you. And let's get started. I'm dragging along too long here, aren't I? We have a man here today who is a speech instructor. Am I correct about that? Is that okay? His name is Tim Matovich. How close?
Very close. Close enough.
I've worked on that name for 6 years, and I still can't get it right because he just said I was close. He didn't say that was perfect, okay? That's why I'm not over there reading off your names. That's why we have Tim, the professional. So Tim will be reading off your names, and Miss Kate will give you instruction on how to go through this process, okay? Congratulations, guys.
All right, first row, get your little card out. Take your folder with your pen with you, and you're going to stand up. Go ahead and start give him your name card. Yeah, you don't need your backpack or anything like that. This way. Okay, so we're going to make sure that we go in order. So he's going to get your card. So, sir, go down to the end.
Jaden?
Yes.
Joshua Claiborne. Jocelyn. Jocelyn. Ethan McHugh Corbin.
Waylon Schenkel.
Is it?
Waylon Schenkel.
With an R, Raylan. And what is the last one?
Schenkel.
Schenkel, gotcha. All right. Javier Lozano, computer programming. Kyance Coleman, computer programming. Caden Mayfield, computer programming. Jaden Camacho, computer programming. Joshua Claiborne, GISC. Jocelyn Ramirez, computer programming. Ethan McHugh Corbin, GIS. Raylan Schenkel, computer programming. Congratulations.
Same thing, you're gonna come this way.
Demarion Goffney, Law, Criminal Justice. Jamie Caldwell, Criminal Justice. Jeremiah Harton, GISC. Kadir Cusair, GISC. Mackenzie Johnson, Criminal Justice. Jade Santoyo, Criminal Justice. Jocelyn Soto, Criminal Justice. Congratulations. Tim Weatherall, Criminal Justice. Trayron Lane, Criminal Justice. Desiree Rodriguez, Criminal Justice. Jaden Barton, Criminal Justice. Jacoby Haggerty, GISC. Isaac Vasquez, Automotive. Kyla Yelder, Criminal Justice. O'Shea Jones, Criminal Justice. Congratulations. Alexander Santos, Automotive. Jaden Butler, Automotive. Naomi Garcia, Automotive. Maddox Valdez, Automotive. Jorge Rocha, Automotive. Diego Vargas, Automotive. Ryder Martinez, Automotive. Kobe Gonzalez, Automotive. Congratulations. Selina Jernigan, Criminal Justice. Amani Flowers, Business. Jeremiah Boyd, Criminal Justice. Juan Diaz, Automotive. Elijah Howard, Auto Technician. Che Tumasano, Computer Programming. Congratulations. Janila Wilson, Criminal Justice. Salathiel Wood, GISC. Josiah Murdoch, Computer Programming. Elam Fanuku, Criminal Justice. Mary Bogus, Business and Logistics. Zoe Rios, Business and Logistics. Sierra Barnett, Business Communication. Emerald Corley, Business. Congratulations. Bryce Weaver, Computer Programming. Leighton McKinley, GISC. Elijah Quisenberry, GISC. William Begley, GISC. James Bologun, GISC. Hayden Hunt, GISC. Mulasi Itabo, Computer Programming. Amari Knight, GISC. Congratulations. Ethan Ariola, Automotive. Guillermo Chavoya, Automotive. Emmanuel Ruiz, Automotive. Edwin Rodriguez, Automotive. Isabella Rosales, Criminal Justice. Tamia Johnson, Criminal Justice. Zayden Wade, Criminal Justice. Congratulations. Edmund O'Kine, Automotive. Justin Garcia, Automotive. Jeff Ribordi, Automotive. Miguel Sarillo, Automotive. Caleb Chavez, Automotive. Adrian Garcia Martinez, Automotive. Manuel Trio, Automotive. Damian Rodrigo, Automotive. Congratulations.
We're gonna stop right here so that you guys will do it one last time, okay? We're gonna stop right here.
Antonio Garcia, Automotive. John Joseph, Automotive. Ethan Manning, Automotive. Rashad Bell, Automotive. Terrence Johnson, Automotive. Congratulations. Tayshawn Morris, Automotive. Lionel Barajas, Automotive. Alejandro Estrada, Automotive. Angel Andrade, Automotive. Congratulations. Congratulations, guys and gals. This is exciting for us. I hope it was for you. I look forward to seeing some of you at TCC. There's a lot of automotive guys. We had a great program there, and it's a heck of a lot cheaper than some of those other places that try to recruit you and get you to come to their schools, and I won't say any more about that. But we are a very affordable option. So all of you, come see us for basics or whatever you want to take over there. We have great programs, as Dr. Cannon has already said. This concludes the signing ceremony, except we have all of your names now in a sack, a bag, something back there. And Dr. Cannon is going to come up, and she's going to draw 20 names out of this sack. And you 20 people will receive a backpack, right? Is that what's in the bag, or that's what it is? Okay. Just want to make sure. I didn't want to promise you something I wasn't going to be able to give you. All right. Thank you, sir, for being here today. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. Build the guys a bigger automotive building. We always need more space in automotive. Tarrant County College, too. So, Dr. Cannon, I'll let you call the names.
Tim, I'm gonna ask you to come down
Oh.
and call the names again,
Oh, okay.
if you don't mind.
Okay.
Here's the first one.
Mary Bogus.
Come up here, we're gonna take a picture with everybody. You can stay right here.
Emmanuel Ruiz. Guillermo Chavaya. Ethan McHugh Corbin. Jaden Barton. 5. I keep track. Kyla Yelder. Justin Garcia. Juan Diaz. Sierra Barnett. Kadir Qzar. Edwin Rodriguez. Jeff Rebordi. Zayden Wade. O'Shea Jones. Kyance Coleman. Joshua Claiborne. Mulasi Tabo. Salathiel Wood. Isaac Vasquez. Ryder Martinez. Congratulations to our winners. We are wanting to honor and recognize you for the commitment you've made to a career path, okay? That career path may or may not end up being your full life. I know automotive was my full life, basically. There's a few little glitches in there along the way, but I was in the automotive world for the last almost 50 years. Wow. This made myself feel old. But anyway, whatever your career path is, we want you to stay committed to that, be the best you can be at that, and keep our world rolling, right? Career and technical education programs like automotive, like HVAC, criminal justice, this is what keeps our country rolling, right? We are what keeps our cars moving. We are what keeps our air conditioners working in our house. We are what keeps business rolling in America. So we want you to be successful in your career path. Is that good? Sound good to you? Whether it makes you a lot of money or not, that's not the most important thing, right? I like money, but it's not the most important thing. Having a good life, a career,